Hello, Seiiti Arata. So, you want to become a smarter person. Excellent, great choice. You need to modify your brain, and this involves neuroplasticity, which is changing how we respond to stimuli, and neurogenesis, the generation of new neurons. But let's step back and first take care of two basic elements necessary to increase our intelligence: belief and desire. To fully appreciate our conversation today, it is essential that you have seen our episode number 31, Are You Intelligent? Before you watch this video, you can review the earlier video by visiting the link Arata SE Hello 31. Ready? Great! In episode 31 of our Hello Seiiti Arata series, we saw the two main models to understand the nature of intelligence: static and dynamic. Differences between static and dynamic intelligence models. If intelligence is static, fixed, if I was born stupid, I will die stupid, and there is nothing I can do to change that because that's my nature. That's a personal trait. To ask a stupid person to become intelligent would be similar to asking a tall person, please become shorter. It would be impossible because the height of an adult is a fixed trait. However, when I understand that intelligence is a dynamic feature, then things can change. Instead of thinking that John is smart and Bob is stupid, I can see that in some dimensions, John simply has better qualifications. He has had better training, more experience. The advantage to understanding intelligence as something dynamic is the logical conclusion that we have the ability to improve, to grow. So in the video Become Smarter, the basics, that's a promise we can fulfill. Yes, there are better choices for us to increase our intelligence: belief and desire. There are two minimum requirements to achieve any result in life: belief and desire. They're just the basics. If I do not believe something is possible, my wish will not be fulfilled. Therefore, the concept of dynamic intelligence is essential. It is the cognitive model that allows me to unfold the full desire to become smarter. I also really must want to. The desire must be wholehearted. True desire is special. Anybody can say that they desire something. There are so many people giving lip service to the notion that they want this or they want that and blah blah blah. But when it comes to the implementation, to actually get things done, then these folks are full of excuses. There must be a burning desire, a powerful intention, a desire that motivates us from the time we wake up in the morning until the time we go to sleep every night. This full desire will make me perform the actions necessary to harvest the results. The desire becomes full when I have clarity about what's behind it. How important it is to become more intelligent. What is the advantage? Which needs of mine are being met? When we look at an ignorant person, we may wonder, why don't you study? Why don't you start a book rather than wasting your time? The answer is very simple. This person in front of us just does not see enough benefit, does not have the motivation to go after improvement. He lacks desire, or unfortunately in some cases, he has created a limiting belief in the static model that he is stupid and he cannot change that. For an intense desire, it is necessary to be clear about the motivation. So now I ask you to share your answer in the comments. What is the benefit of becoming a smarter person, more enlightened, more competent and knowledgeable? What is the value in deepening your expertise and diversifying your range of skills? Without such clarity, we simply will not have the motivation. The basic prerequisites to go after our goals are: 1. To believe it is possible, and 2. To have a genuine desire. For those who want more specific tips that go beyond these basics, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel of Arata Academy, next week you will receive our next video on more about the importance of education, and then the next week after that we'll have more specific techniques to study. We should believe it is possible to improve and desire intensely to improve. In addition, it is worth understanding how our brain works when it comes to learning. And this is why I mentioned earlier the concepts of neuroplasticity and neurogenesis. Basically, we need stimuli for the brain to develop. Stimuli happen with repetition. It is by performing multiple times the reading, exercises, training, simulation, and expressing myself in different ways that I can activate different brain regions, building my memory, and developing my cognitive abilities. Everything is a matter of training. Of course, there are both efficient and inefficient training techniques. Similarly, there are also efficient motivation and inefficient motivation. It is not efficient to depend on extrinsic motivation such as, oh, I have to pass the exam, I have to get a good grade. It is much more powerful to rely on intrinsic motivation, the one that comes from within. I will improve my learning because I feel good mastering and understanding the subject. And if you want to learn faster, I invite you to visit the link Arata SE How to Learn.